Navajo history and culture cannot be read about on a book, cannot be learned about in school. Navajo culture is passed down through teachings and stories from elders. Navajo culture is part of a matriarch society. We value stories. One of those stories is the story of the Long Walk. Another value we have in our history is the history about our Navajo code talkers. Our rich culture begins with our clans, cemented in our beliefs and lives on through our stories. My mother told me Navajos began with 4 clans and through women. There are over 140 clans, different types of clans, as many as 60 related groups. The 4 clans are the Towering House, One Who Walks Around You, Bitterwater, and Mud Clan. We have many beliefs. One of our major beliefs is restoring life to balance and harmony to a person's life. We do this by praying to a God, which we call our Creator. We pray to holy people to protect us during the day and also at night. We also perform rituals. One of our beliefs is also through storytelling, whether that's telling about our land, which resides in the 4 sacred mountains, or telling young kids about growing up, why it's important to run to the east and meet the sun every morning. As I said before, Navajo started with clans and including women. Navajo culture is definitely a matriarch society. Women believe that women are believed to be sacred and powerful, stated by Mary Shepard, author of Status of a Navajo Woman. Most families consist of an older woman, her husband, and their unmarried child. Also in their family is their married daughters and their married husbands and their children. It's very common for males to move, when married to a woman, to move to their homestead. So now they're part of that family. Navajo culture stories are sacred. One such story is the story of the Long Walk. This is where Navajo men and women marched 360 miles from eastern Arizona to western New Mexico, and they made their journey in 1864. 8,000 to 9,000 Navajos settled on a piece of land that was roughly 40 square miles. Finally, after 2 years at Fort Sumner, which is where they were at, after failed crop and many raids from the local tribes from there, the U.S. government allowed the Navajos to make their way back home, which is within the 4 sacred mountains. So from 1868, fast forward to America in 1942. This is where America entered World War II. The military recruited 29 Navajos. They were known as code talkers. They invented a code using their language to transmit battle information in battle, or transmit orders, which is very valuable in battle. They were extremely valuable in helping U.S. and the Allies forces defeat Japan in the Pacific region. By the end of the war, there were over 400 code talkers served in 6 Marine divisions. Among those 400 was my grandfather, Alonzo Kescoli. To this day, it's still known as a code that has never been broken. As I said before, you cannot learn about Navajo culture through reading a book at school or at a library. It's passed down through teachings and stories. So thank you for listening to my story about my Navajo culture, about the matriarch society we hold, and our Navajo code talkers, and the story of our long walk. Thank you for learning about Navajo history.